I accidentally spilled flour all over Tony, and my girlfriend cruelly locked me in the cold storage as punishment. I begged her to let me out, but she turned and left to go on a date with Tony. She even turned off her phone to avoid being disturbed, not knowing that this move would cost her everything. 3 days earlier, I had already sensed something strange between her and Tony. When Tony returned to the country, she abandoned our 8-year relationship and spent a day and a night with him. She only came back when her period arrived, supported by Tony. As soon as we got home, she wanted to rest in the bedroom, and Tony deliberately showed a lipstick mark on his neck. When I asked about it, he lied that he had accidentally rubbed against someone. Then he went straight into her bedroom. I was completely disappointed in my girlfriend, tore up their photos, and booked a plane ticket abroad. I regretted giving up a promising future for her so easily. Then her voice suddenly called out that Tony had injured his hand and asked me to bring some flour. As I poured flour, Tony grabbed my hand and smeared flour onto himself, claiming it was a birthday gift from my girlfriend. No matter how hard I explained, my girlfriend accused me of targeting Tony and threw a handful of flour at me. She threatened to leave if I ever bullied Tony again. This cafe was my idea and I ran the business myself, so her accusation stunned me. She even claimed I had intentionally hurt Tony's wrist, so he would miss the dessert contest and I would win first place. After saying that, she shoved me and I accidentally knocked over a kettle of boiling water. She meant to check on me, but Tony lied first, saying the water had been boiled in the morning and was already cold. She believed him and locked me in the cold storage. I cried that my hand had just been burned and that freezing it would leave me permanently disabled, which would be fatal for a pastry chef. She considered letting me out, but Tony lied again that the cold room's power was broken and insisted I was lying. She trusted him without question, and Tony secretly shut off the cold room's exhaust fan. I realized I was in danger and screamed that I would freeze to death, but she ignored me and left with Tony. After an unknown amount of time, my body reached its limit and despair set in. Just then I heard voices outside, Mary, whom I had always cared for. I thought I was saved, but she had already been bought by Tony. She brought iron chains and added another lock to the door, leaving me to plead in vain while she stood indifferent. When I believed my life was over, I remembered the cold room was designed with the security guard and had an emergency call system. I used my last strength to press it, but an iron rack crushed me and blocked my hand. Luckily, the security guard arrived in time. Mary lied that I had already finished my shift, but the guard heard my faint cries and panicked. Mary didn't have the key, so the guard called my girlfriend, who didn't care and thought it was a staged scam. The guard sent a screenshot of the cold room alarm, and Tony lied that I had photoshopped it. They turned their phones off and didn't answer. With no other choice, the guard forced the cold room door open. The next day, my girlfriend still planned to buy me a cake to apologize, while the news reported a cold room death at a cafe. She sneered that only an idiot could freeze to death in a cold room. Moments later, she received a call from Mary, telling her I had spent the whole night in a -30-degree freezer. Only then did she realize the person who had died in the news was me.